Hey guys, what is up? Today I'm going to be telling you how you can make money from your phone at any age, anywhere in the world on Instagram. So as I just said, this is a business model where you can make an extra $50, $100 every single day with minimal work, and this is why it's such an ideal business model for people who aren't old enough to get a job yet, or it just takes an extra 10-15 minutes in the evening and you can just build this up as you go along with your regular day job. Okay, my camera just fell, so sorry if it looks a bit different. So guys, if you're thinking, oh, I'm not TikTok famous, I haven't got a famous YouTube channel, I don't have followers on Instagram to make money with. Now this is the beauty of this business model. What we're going to be doing is building up things called theme pages, and these are pages which pretty much post like cars, memes, travel, fitness, and it's when you're scrolling through your Instagram feed and you see all these ads and people are like, oh, I'm unfollowing because these ads, that's when the people who are owning these meme pages or whatever are getting paid 20, 30, 40, 50, $60 just to post something in their feed, and that's for smaller pages. For bigger pages of maybe like 100, 200k, a million, they're getting paid hundreds if not thousands per post. They're getting paid to post on Instagram. So essentially how you create these pages is you just create a new account. Most of you watching this only have your own personal account anyway, so you're going to want to create a new account and title it whatever, and you're just going to want to repost people's content in that niche, okay? And this may seem dodgy at first, but then what you're going to be doing is crediting them in the caption, so they're getting their shout out off your page, but then you're also getting content to post, so they're happy about it, and if they're not, they'll DM you and tell you to take it down, find someone else, but almost all of the time they'll be all okay for you to post it. So here we have a theme page called Best Vacations, which is obviously a travel page, and they've almost got 5 million followers, and with that you have so much power, not only making money, but you can essentially get free travel, because if you approach a hotel and say, I'll post you on my feed with almost 5 million followers, and just let me stay for 3 nights for free and I'll post you on my feed, they're going to be all okay for you to do that, because they are getting, you would have to pay so much to get featured on here, and having giving away 3 free nights is a bargain for them. Anyway, so if you go onto one of their pictures, okay, that's not a good example, here you go. You'll see them put a caption, and then you'll have by Hopo Piba in Australia. They're giving them credit in the caption, so then they're happy, they've got content, and Hopo Piba is happy because he's getting recognition. Here's another example of a theme page. This is called Fitness Meals, and clearly they're targeting around fitness and healthy meals. And I didn't even notice here until I went on this. They've actually got an ad up right now, and this is what they've been paid for. I don't know how much they've been paid for, obviously, but for 2.7 million, they're not getting that. Unless it's their own personal ad, the person's probably paid at least $400 for it. Then again, how good's the engagement? The engagement isn't that good, actually, so maybe not that much, but So anyway, you might be wondering, how do they actually make money? They've got these followers, but how do you actually convert that to money? And that is essentially stems around the saying, if a product's free, then you are the product. So there are multiple ways of making money on Instagram. You can either do shout-outs, which is what most people do, which is the simplest way. People DM you, then you give them your PayPal email or however you want to be paid, then you post it and then that's it. Or you can do affiliate marketing, which is where you are given a link by a company, or Amazon, which is a popular way that people do it, and then every time a person from your page makes a sale through your link, you get a commission. So you get like, I don't know, 5% of the total amount that they bought through your link, if that makes sense. And then another way of making money is through selling your own products. So you can either use a print-on-demand service, so you take a design that you've made up in Photoshop, or you've paid someone on Fiverr to design it for you, and you put that on a t-shirt, and you've sold that on your page, and you can keep the profit there. Or you can, another big one, which is how people make the most money, is through dropshipping, and I'm almost certain you know what dropshipping is. If you don't, then basically dropshipping is when you have a product from China and then you list it on your website, which you make through Shopify most commonly, and then you advertise that website on usually Instagram, so that's where most of your ads would come from if you've run these pages, but obviously if it's your page you don't have to pay anyone to run the ads on. And then you advertise this website, and then people buy the product through you, and then you buy the product straight from China and you ship it directly to them, and you keep that difference. So it's fairly simple, and it's very low risk because you're not buying any inventory. So guys, creating your account and starting making money on Instagram is a little side hustle, or potentially a full-time income, depending on how serious you take it, but you're going to want to pick a good niche initially. So when it comes to picking a niche, you'll want to pick a niche where it's actually profitable and there's money being spent in that niche. Some good examples would be fitness, health, travel. Those are like the main ones, because people are always going to want to invest in their health, or Again, as I said earlier, you can trade your travel followers for getting free hotels for free travel, which is quite insane if you think about it. What you're not going to want to do, and the reason I bring this up is because you don't want to pick a niche where no one's spending money in it. You don't want to pick something like purple doorknobs as a niche, because no one's going to want to spend money in that, are they? You know, you might get one shout your entire career. So you're going to want to pick a niche which is people are spending money in it, but you're not going to want to pick it where it's so vague, which is what we'll come on to in a second, where it's going to be hard to grow. So as I just said, you're going to want to pick a niche where it's not so popular, where it's hard to grow, but then you're also not going to want to be too narrow, where you're, you know, alienating all of the advertisers because your audience is too narrow. For example, a purple doorknob account. So for example, instead of a car page, maybe start up a Tesla page, or an Audi page, or a BMW page, you know, or instead of a fitness page, start up a cardio page, for example, just so you're having more of a targeted niche. And then you can actually charge more for that, because if you're trying to advertise a meditation product, then if your audience, if you find a page which is directly around meditation and not just health and well-being in general, you can charge way more, because you know you're probably going to get so many more sales from that audience, because you know they're exactly into that type of product. So once you've picked your niche and you've begun your page, you're sitting there with 0 followers, what you're going to want to do is go onto the explore page, and you're going to want to find 9 good looking pieces of content, whether they're videos or photos, and then you're going to want to post it onto your account. If they're videos, download an app called Repost, and then you just have to copy the link of the post that you want to repost, put it into the app, and it'll save it to your camera roll. And you're going to want to post 9, because that makes your page look good, you know, because you can see your caption, you can see your bio, your profile picture, and then all of the space below is content, and it doesn't look like you've just started, you know, from a quick glance. And here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to do a follow for follow method. Now, calm down. This isn't the OG 2014 follow for follow method, where you just go on, you type in #cars, and then you follow all of the accounts. You're going to want to actually target who you're following, because otherwise you're going to get shadow banned, which I'll come on to in a minute what a shadow ban is. Okay, so the way you're going to want to follow for follow is my method, which is very up to date, and you shouldn't get shadow banned if you do it correctly and follow my guidelines. What you're going to want to do is go into a page which is similar to yours. You're going to want to go into a page which is between 5,000 to 25,000 followers, so fairly small, and you're going to want to go onto the worst performing posts, and then you're going to want to go into the comments and follow all of the people who comment. Now, all of the authentic accounts which are commenting, not just other theme pages, which are usually in an engagement group. And I'll talk about an engagement group in another video, but it's basically where people stay together in a group and then comment on each other's posts to boost each other's posts, because it shows Instagram that their posts are getting good engagement, when in reality it's just their friends commenting. Anyway, so what you're going to want to do is follow all of the commenters, and do that for all of the worst performing posts of their account. And as soon as you run out of those, or you just can't be bothered, which is usually what happens, just go to the likes. So go to the worst performing posts, so the ones with the least likes, and just follow all of the likers. Try to avoid theme pages, not a big deal. Now here's the big point. You're not going to want to follow more than 30 people every hour. I'd say the cutoff is around 20-22 people an hour. Otherwise Instagram will start thinking, hang on about, this guy's a bot, and I'm going to ban him. And then Instagram will give you a shadow ban, which pretty much limits your reach, and then you won't show up on hashtags. Only like 2% of your actual followers will see your posts, and your growth will pretty much be stunted for quite a while, unless you fix that, and I'll go over how you can fix shadow bans in another video. So you're going to want to repeat this follow for follow method, you know, following maybe 60, 100 people every single day. Do not exceed more than 80, 100 people a day, ideally, otherwise Instagram might catch up. And you're going to want to repeat this follow for follow method until you get to about 1,000 to 2,000 followers, because it's at this point where you will start to show up on the explore page. And you start to show up on the explore page because you'll look at your analytics, which is, you can access your analytics by turning your profile into a professional profile, which you can do in the settings. And you'll know you've entered the explore page because 1, it will have way more likes than the other ones, and 2, it will say on your analytics where your audience came from, and it will usually say 99% weren't following you. And if it says something in the 90s, then you're more than likely either ranked very well on the hashtags, or you've just entered the explore page. So when can you actually start making money? Because you have 4, 5, 6,000 followers, and you can't really make money at that size. To be fair, I actually did sell my first shout out at 4,500 followers. I sold it for $5, which is like £3.92, and I did it when I was in school on one of my frees. And honestly, I don't think I've ever been happier. Like, I felt like a god, not even joking. I was walking around, strutting around school, being so happy. I felt like a freaking genius, bro. But anyway, you can start making money at about 12,000 followers. That's when you get regular shout out requests, and I say that because it's maybe like once every 2 weeks, but you'll start getting maybe like a shout out request every 2 days when you get to about 15-20,000 followers, depending on what niche you're in. If you're in memes, then you might not have them as frequently because there are millions of meme pages. So you can actually start making money before 10 to 12,000 followers if you're on about 3, 4, 5,000 followers and beyond. You just reach out, depending on what niche you're in, you can reach out, say you're in fitness, you can go to fitness instructors and whatever who sell programs and say, hey, if I get someone to buy through a link that you give me, can you give me like 5-10% of it? You know, or start off high to negotiate down. But or if you're in a car niche, you could reach out to aftermarket car part companies and say, hey, I'll do a deal, give me 10% of whatever I get for you. And most of the time they'll say yes, because what will happen is you'll post them on your story or you'll post them on your feed. They're not having to pay for that. It's only when they get you, when they get a purchase from you, then they'll pay you. So it's a win-win for both of you, really, because you don't have to do any work. You just have to put a link somewhere. It's very, very simple. Easy money, really. Now guys, once you have grown to 10, 12, 13, 20,000 followers, you can always start up another page in the same niche and grow it. Just say, hey guys, follow my other account, or just follow this account if you like this. And then, because you'd only really want to do that if you know you're making money from your current account. Otherwise, there's no point starting up another account if it's going nowhere. But then, because you've got 2 pages in the same niche, you can just keep pinging them off each other and shouting them out, and getting them both twice as big, and you're getting twice as much money at the end of the day. And you can do deals. When someone says, hey, can I have a shout out, you can say, yeah, I'll give you a discount if you say it's $50 for a post on one account. You'll say, I'll do on both of my accounts for $80, so then it's a discount for you. But then you're kind of upselling them because you wouldn't have had that other shout out on the other account anyway. I need to breathe. And say you do get bored of your account, or you need the money urgently for a new phone or a new tyre, or you just don't have enough time for it because you've started college or university, or you've got a new job or a baby or whatever, you can always sell your page. You'll have people, I have an account right now with about 26k, and people approach me every 2 days asking me, hey, how much are you selling your account for? How much are you selling? Can I buy your account? Is your account for sale? I personally sold one of my accounts. It was an Audi page, and I was so bored of it, and it was such a drag to even post on it once a day. And because I was just at the start I was passionate about it, but then it got so boring really quickly because I hadn't made a single penny off it. And I sent it into a chat on one of my other pages, and I was like, guys, look how bad this page is doing. It's losing about 25 followers a day, despite me posting on it the same as I would normally, and when I was getting 10,000 likes a post. And the page had 20,000 followers, by the way. And I said, guys, anyone want to buy this? And this guy was like, yeah, I'll give you 300 for it. And I was like, okay, whatever. $300 for a page I was gonna freaking just leave anyway. So guys, that wraps up my very first video on this channel. I really hope you enjoyed. Leave any questions you have in the comments below. I really enjoyed making this, and I'll be posting many more videos on e-commerce, Instagram, businesses, side hustles, anything finance related. I just really enjoy this, guys. I hope to see you around in the future. Stay safe.